I've got a host of my designer and niche fragrances in front of me today. They're all black. So no reason behind that other than I tend to reach for a lot of these black, darker, mysterious type fragrances. They're all along the lines of Creed Aventus Absolute, which is one of my favorites. But today, I wore Michael Malal Intense Jet Black. See what the bottle looks like? Very nice bottle. And when I spray this, let's spritz some of this on. Got a great atomizer, by the way. Right off the bat, you get this minty, musky Aventus DNA. It's very heavy. It's intoxicating. It's something that you could reach for. It's great for like the office. You can wear this to office, to school. This could be your signature scent, gang. This could be something that you wear all the time. It's got a slight powdery note, probably from the lavender. It's not overpowering by any stretch of the imagination. This will last about 6 to 8 hours on skin. Won't project as long as maybe Creed Aventus Absolute, but it's certainly worthy of reaching for and owning in your collection. So just a few other things about Jet Black Intense by Michael Malal. This has Emily in it, E-L-E-M-I. Elimi, I guess that's how you pronounce it. It gives it a very balsamic, spicy, citrusy type smell as well as the sage in here. There's some definitely aromatic type, herbal type notes in here. Things like lavender, sage, and juniper. They give it kind of a woodsy, aromatic scent to it, but it's also got suede, vetiver, and patchouli in the base. So the suede is going to give it a nice smoothness. The vetiver's a very sharp note, herbal note, but it gives it a very sharp citrusy note as well. So all that combined make this a banger, guys. I would give this easily an 8 out of 10. I give it more if the projection lasted longer, but solid 8 out of 10. Okay, so let's dive into Prada Black. Let's go ahead and spray a little bit of this on. I tend to reach for this one quite a bit. And like I said, I reached for the Intense Jet Black earlier today. It's great for the winter time, evening wear, any of these. Ooh, nice atomizer. Okay, so this one has, right off the bat, it's different from Michael Malal, so it's not as intense as Michael Malal Jet Black Intense. This is more powdery, so it's got more of a powdery herbaceous note about it. This is considered an oriental woody fragrance versus Michael Malal, which is aromatic fougere, like more barbershoppy. This one tends to be more powdery. Not a whole lot of notes in this one. It's got bergamot or citrus notes right off the top. Then it's got angelica as a middle note, along with patchouli. And the angelica is going to give it this kind of a musky, kind of a sweet musky vibe to it. And then base notes, you have more musk, you have amber, which is going to give it some warmth. Then you've got coumarin, which gives it some depth, and it can have halite qualities, so a bit herbal. But overall, gang, high quality fragrance. This is one that you can easily rock for the office. It's not overly loud or heavy, so something like this is soft and powdery. It can be worn almost for any occasion. It's a great date night fragrance, or for office wear. So definitely recommend this one. I would give this one about the same as I give Jet Black by Michael Malal. I give it about an 8 out of 10. It projects very well. You will smell this, but again, both of these are going to last about 6 to 8 hours on the skin. Could last more or less depending upon your skin type, but definitely one that I consider a highlight of designers in my collection, and one that I reach for quite often. And by the way, all of these are EDPs that I've covered so far, both the Prada Black and the Michael Malal Jet Black Intense. Both of those are EDPs. Got another EDP for you. This is Gentleman's Society EDP. And this one's going to be a bit different from these other two. It's still a woody aromatic fragrance. This one's got cardamom, vanilla, and Haitian vetiver in it. I want to spritz a bit of that on a test strip. Keep spraying this on myself. Eventually I'm going to become nose blind to some of these. All right. So right off the bat, I get something that's a bit nuttier. I don't know why I'm getting a nutty sense, but it's almost like, you know, a stale peanut smell. Getting that stale peanut smell from this. I don't know if it's the mix of the woods in here with the vanilla and the vetiver and the cardamom and sage. You've got all that going on in this. Cardamom, sage, vanilla, two different types of vetiver, Haitian vetiver and Madagascar vetiver. I don't know if they smell different, but apparently they smell alike enough they put them in the same fragrance. And then as base notes, you've got vanilla, cedar, and Santo wood, Palo Santo wood. So I'd say this one for me is not my favorite in my collection. It's definitely a safe fragrance. It's soft, it's mysterious, a bit nutty. It's just not one that I tend to reach for very often, and for that reason I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. But if you like cardamom and kind of a nuttiness in your fragrance, you would love this. It's definitely mass appealing. There's nothing off-putting about it. And I heard after about 30 minutes on skin, this smells intoxicating. I tend not to wear it for 30 minutes, or at least haven't reached for it that often, just because the nuttiness kind of was off-putting to me. But you know, somebody else may love it just like you know, a lot more than I do. So maybe we could trade a bottle. This is my first parfum that I'm going to spray today. This is I've heard this is very similar to Creative Ventus. Let's spray it and see what we think. Definitely a fresh pop of citrus right off the top. And if I'm looking to the right, I'm just looking at my laptop to see what some of the notes are, to see if I'm in the general ballpark. But definitely right off the top, you get hit with the pop of bergamot, pink pepper, and sage. So I find a lot of fragrances have pink pepper in it, and bergamot I like quite a bit, especially when they're the top notes or the middle notes. This one also has Haitian vetiver and leather in it. Love fragrances that have vetiver. Tend to be a little bit hay, grass-like. Can be quite smooth. And it's got some ambroxan in it, agarwood, patchouli, and cacao pods. So interesting combination of notes here. I can see why people say it resembles Creed. I like the amber muskiness that this fragrance has, but it keeps your attention with the nice floral and citrus notes that are in here. I think the sage and ambroxan really make this fragrance stand out. So really quick review on that one. And then we're going to go on to this one, which you may not have heard of. This is Mont Blanc's Black Meisterstruck. It's a very interesting name. Let's spray this one real quick and see what we think. Smells very similar. Same company as Explorer. Mont Blanc is also Mont Blanc. This happens to be an EDP. Smells definitely, it's in the same vein as Explorer, but I'm getting some different notes here. It smells slightly different. It smells almost sweeter. No, I'd say Explorer sweeter. Mont Blanc smokier. So let's, okay, I know what it was, and I know the reason I bought this fragrance. Picked up this fragrance when I was actually in a department store. One, it was Christmas time and it was on sale, so I picked up a good deal. I'm sure I had a coupon or something. This is this only got 3 notes in it. Incense is the first note. It's the top note. I love incense. As long as it's not too strong or overpowering, I love incense in a fragrance. The middle note is amber, and the base note is vetiver. So 3 of my favorite notes in one fragrance. I love it. Something that I reach for quite often, and I would wear this on any occasion. I mean, obviously this is a could be a date night fragrance. It is a very strong fragrance. So this is going to the incense and vibe that you get from this is gonna stick with you for 8 to 10 hours. This is one of the stronger fragrances that I have on the table in front of me. If you like incense, this is definitely something you want to consider. I like the warmth that you get from the amber, along with the incense, which gives us this warm, incensey, sophisticated, classy vibe. And I think the vetiver just elevates it a bit. It gives it, makes it easier to wear, right? It's not just all straight incense or all warmth. It's also got a pop of this herbalness, which makes it easy to wear. So nothing's too overpowering, blended well, balanced fabulously. This gets the highest rating out of everything that I've reviewed so far at 4.45. All of these are above 4 so far, but this is by far the highest rated fragrance to date. All right, I may have spoke too soon. I guess a lot of people are not as big a fan of Dior Sauvage as I am. I thought all these were rated 4 or higher. This one actually is rated at 3.86, so just below 4 on Fragrantica. How do you say that word? Fragrantica, I guess. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that word. Again, these 3, the 2 Mont Blancs and Sauvage, I reviewed in yesterday's video. Let's review this again. Okay. I don't know how you can't like this, but there's a lot of people out there that say this isn't their favorite. But again, right off the top, you've got the bergamot, the little cap, which is nice. It's got the pepper, not only black pepper, but Szechuan pepper and pink pepper. So it's got lots of peppery notes, as well as vetiver, cedar, and a few floral notes like lavender and geranium. For base notes, it's got some ambroxan in it, the cedar, and labdanum, which is mixed a lot with amber and vanilla for base notes. So I like it. It's definitely something that you can wear all the time for any occasion. It could be an office scent, it could be a date night scent. A lot of people consider this a signature scent. It's not my signature scent, but it's definitely one I reach for quite a bit. My wife got it for me, so it holds sentimental value for me. It's one of the first fragrances that she bought me that got me into collecting. And as you can see, I've expanded from there, but it's definitely a good go-to if you're just looking for something that's casual, easy to wear, definitely not overpowering, but it'll garner a lot of compliments for you. Okay, so we've covered 6 fragrances so far. We're down to our last 3. I've got Mercedes-Benz, so let's go there next. You wouldn't think a car manufacturer could make good fragrances, but I heard a lot of good things about this one, so I had to check it out. That atomizer wasn't great, but the smell is. It smells intoxicating. This has very high ratings on Fragrantica. It's very sweet, subtle fragrance. Definitely not overpowering. It's something you could wear to school, to the office, to work, wherever you work, at home or in the office. But it's very sweet, inviting type scent, very comforting. Let me take a look at the notes and I'll share them with you. Okay, I know why I like this so much. This has got bergamot right off the top. It's got incense and jasmine, 2 of my favorite notes in all the fragrances for the middle notes. And for base notes, it's got vanilla, benzoin, woody notes, and ambroxan. So what's not to like in the notes? I mean, the notes are awesome. You definitely get that vanilla vibe The incense and the bergamot all coming together in a beautifully mastered fragrance. This actually, out of all the ones that I've reviewed up to this point, I thought that Prada Black was in the lead, but this one actually has the highest ratings from people that are actually evaluating fragrances. This gets a 4.48, so highly rated. Yeah, you can wear this at any time, any occasion. It's got a nice sweetness to it, mixed with the vanilla. They just make it something you want to keep smelling. And I found myself, when I keep going like this, that means there's something there. There's something in this elixir that's good. Not sure what it is, but for the price, you can't beat this one. This is an excellent deal for what you're paying for. So I definitely recommend you adding this one to your collection. If you're looking for something that's got incense, vanilla, and bergamot, it's just a very intoxicating fragrance. All right, now we're moving on to Jean Paul Gaultier, one of my favorite designer lines. This is Le Parfum. This one, gang, is one of my favorites from the house. Yeah, it's got this sweet, peppery cardamom type smell, but it's got lavender and iris as middle notes, which give it a soft powdery vibe, and vanilla, oriental notes, and woody notes in the base. So I don't know if you've noticed this, but some of the better fragrances have less notes or less detectable notes than other fragrances. The 3 highest rated fragrances on here have 3 notes, 6 notes, and 7 notes. And they're all rated 4.4 or higher. That tells me something. If you have a good perfumer, a master blender that can take a few fragrances and blend them exquisitely well, you can come up with a masterpiece. This is more wearable than Ultra Male. This is something that I think everybody needs to own. If you're going to own one JPG scent, this would be the one. Le Parfum. It is intoxicating. This is one I would reach for on date night, no questions asked. This is one you can wear for special occasions. This can be a signature scent for you as well. So definitely a big fan. And last but not least, we have the granddaddy of them all, Creed Aventus Absolute. This is by far most people's #1 fragrance in their collection. Certainly #1 from Creed. So either this or the regular Aventus. This needs no introduction. Oh, I just love the juicy pineapple right off the top. And it's got some nice herbal notes to it. And I love the cardamom. So that juicy pop of pineapple with the pepper and the cardamom. This is definitely one that you will be smelling all day long. It's also got a little bit of cinnamon, ginger, vetiver, and patchouli in it. Which the ginger gives us a nice fizzy pop. See what other fruits it has in here. It's got black currant, grapefruit, bergamot, lemon, and pineapple. So very fruity. It's called a cipher fragrance. A cipher fruity fragrance. Got a lot of fruit in it. But it's definitely got that woodsy vibe as well. So definitely for me, it's in my top 5 fragrances that I own, and one that I would reach for anytime that I have a special occasion, special date night, anniversary, black tie event. This is one that you definitely need to have in your collection. So out of all these, I'll rank for you the order of which one of these I would reach for most often, regardless of occasion. And I'll let you see what you think. Okay, for my final ranking with, see how many fragrances I got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fragrances. In 8th place, Gentleman's Society. Just too nutty for me. Again, I gave that a 7 out of 10. Prada Black, I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I like this. I do reach for this periodically, but it's a little too powdery for me to wear on a regular basis. So too nutty, too powdery. This one has just the right mix of incense and the other types of notes that I just love in a fragrance. I love the incense in this one. I don't think this is for everybody, so I would give this about an 8.5 out of 10, just because I don't think everybody's going to like the incense that's in this, but for me, it works. Now, Sauvage, a few haters out there, but for those of you that do like Sauvage, this would be one that I would reach for more often. That's the only reason I rate it higher than Meisterstruck, is because this is one that I think is easier to wear for everyday use, more casual type settings, whereas Meisterstruck is more for that special vibe when you just want to feel extraordinary. Mont Blanc Explorer, I think, just takes Sauvage to the next level, and it's kind of in between the Aventus DNA and the Sauvage DNA. And for me, I just like the spiciness that comes from the Explorer. For the Mercedes-Benz fragrance, the Eau de Toilette, I think this is a masterful blend of a limited number of fragrances, a limited number of notes in the fragrance. And for that reason, I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. I would give my Mont Blanc Explorer a 9 out of 10. Then for these last two, I would give Le Mel Le Parfum a 9.5. This is a true masterpiece. It doesn't hurt that Quentin Bisch worked on this fragrance. He's a master perfumer, and he's known for a lot of great creations, but this is one of his standouts. Le Mel Le Parfum, give this a 9.5. Finally, first place, but the 8th in my list here, number 1, Creative Vengeance Absolute. I give this a 10 out of 10. It is in the top 5 in my collection. A lot of people would be their number 1. So that's how I would rank my my black fragrances that I reach for on a regular basis. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like and a follow. What's your everyday go-to fragrance that you reach for? Do you have a signature scent? Let me know.